All right, guys, welcome back to the YCast. So this is round one of the playoffs. I am your host, Yubel, and I'm joined with...
Yo, Master Andy.
And Motork.
All right, so as you guys know, playoffs are a little bit different than the actual week-by-week league. It's at best 2 out of 3. So we already had our bottom teams not make it to the playoffs and get eliminated. And our round one, we had our 2 middle teams spot. And then we still have to go ahead and see how our bye-week teams do in round 2. So starting off, we had South Kai was Afterlife versus Blades. Blades won 2-0. West Kai was Dragon Ball Warriors versus Androids, where Androids won 2-0. East Kai was Namek versus Derp, where Derp won 2-1. And North Kai was Rugrats versus Vals, where Vals won 2-0. So for this cast, we're going to do things a little bit differently. Instead of really going into too much detail about the losing teams and the actual matchups, there's really no point since those teams are out. We can go ahead and just mostly discuss about the teams who won and their playoff potential and how we think they're going to do moving forward. So starting it off, we have Afterlife versus Blades. So mostly going to be talking about Blades here. And yeah, what do you guys think about Blades?
I think they're amazing and they're going to win the league. I'm just screwing.
I thought you turned off the bias.
No, that's why I said I was just joking.
Okay.
It's good to see Jane is finally performing again after doing really bad these past few weeks. Super 17 is back in the team and Trunks is finally gone. No longer dragging this team through the dirt. Yajirobe had an off week that second match, but Tao had an off week in that first match doing 0 damage. So disgraceful.
Well, he was on the bench. He didn't have to fight.
And not to mention, Tapion also didn't do too hot that week either. But then he came back, match 2, and did really well. So, clearly, bad matchups on those fronts. Yajirobe getting, destroying one person and losing to another. Tapion destroying one person and losing to another.
Mm-hmm.
But Jane consistently, both matches did really well. Cyborg Tao did really well in the match he had to compete in, and Super 17 did really well in both matches as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys are always looking like a team that shows up for the playoffs.
Meanwhile, in Hiffle, Pycon got clapped up by two melee fighters.
Yep.
Which, especially losing to Yajirobe again, I found very amusing.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought they were actually going to, with 8 Nappa matched up against Yajirobe, thought Yajirobe was actually going to get destroyed. He got destroyed, just not by 8 Nappa.
Yeah. Yeah, Afterlife, they did not do too hot round 1, and they felt like they really couldn't win, so instead of just, rolling with it, they decided to do something crazy, change everything up, and I definitely think they did better round 2 than they did against you round 1. At least everyone had to fight, but yeah, you guys are just a little bit more consistent compared to their, throw something at the wall and hope it sticks,
Mm-hmm.
They cannot beat Jane. Like, I do not know what's up with Afterlife, but Jane is just the bane of their existence, so I really feel bad for them.
His new build, he's finally back. He's on the ideal Jane build. He's on it's not attack +2, but I kind of don't want him to lose his defenses. He's very well rounded, and I like that. Attack +1, serious, quick, fast stack. Maximize his damage without reducing his defense. Slap the Eternal Life on him to give him staying power. It's probably going to be his best build ever.
Yeah, it really just works.
Especially if we can find an AI that works really well for him.
Yeah, but right now he seems like he's doing fine. He's been kicking Afterlife butt. We'll see how he works, but you are looking like a fairly consistent team. It's probably a little bit too early to say for Cyborg Tao since he didn't do too much playoff wise, but what he did do well. So can't be mad at him. Tapion, he does his job. It'd be nice if you throw out a couple more B2s because he hits like wet toilet paper, but outside of that, he's fine. Super 17's looking really good, and Yajirobe, he's fairly consistent. It's good that he was flexible on his build and Jane was flexible on his, so they could switch and not have too much issues on that. And you took that risk, and it worked out really well. So, I can definitely see you at least making it.
It was a bit of a calculated risk. We got to test that Yajirobe for 1 week, and it did really well for us. He didn't beat who he fought, but the fact that he managed to pull 40k against a guy with defense +4 is friggin' impressive.
Right.
But yeah. As for how far I think our team can go, it really all depends on how we do against Blues. I think we can beat them, but I think it's going to be really, really close, and it's going to be a real tough match for us to beat you guys.
Mhm.
You won't beat Booze, but if we beat Booze, I think if ED don't make it to the bowl, I think that we could just take the whole thing. I think we can maybe beat Droids. I think we can absolutely beat Cold, and I think we can beat Majins now that we're stronger. But I don't think we could beat AD. And as for the likelihood of Valkyries or Derp, I think we could beat them. I would love to beat Derp and get revenge for last season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were the reason, weren't they, last season?
I mean, you at least get one revenge in this upcoming match. You at least get revenge against the person who led Derp to do so well.
Yeah, but the Blades.
Yep.
I think their biggest roadblock to the bowl. Their two biggest roadblocks to the bowl are: can they beat Booze, and do ED actually make it to the playoffs this time? Because if ED do make it out of North Kai, I think the league is theirs. Yeah. If they break the curse by beating Vals, I think they're gonna sweep.
If ED goes 14-1 and wins the bowl, we are definitely going to see that hashtag Nerf Defenders.
Yeah, but I think Blades have the potential to pull this off.
You know that's clever.
Anyway.
You can't be mad at that, Motark. Nerf Defenders.
Yeah. But anyway,
It's been one person that's been trying to make that hashtag a reality in the comments. It's been one.
Yeah, but it's funny.
It's funny.
And we're just saying it because it's funny.
All
but anyways,
ready to move on to the next
match.
All right, so the next match in the next team, we had West Kai. So it was Dragon Ball Warriors versus Androids. Androids won 2-0. I kind of saw that coming. Androids are just the more well-rounded team. Dragon Ball Warriors mostly got
so
lucky.
hard for them.
Nah. Dragon Ball Warriors got lucky. Androids were ready.
They performed well, though. You can't take that away from them.
They really performed well. You know, they changed the build-up on Vegito, and he really showed up. Really, the one who didn't show up was that Tao. Like, they kind of messed him up to make Kid Goku a little bit better, but then Tao just fell apart on them. So, that was a risk that they couldn't take.
Because he's the man who can lose.
Yeah, so.
Honestly, I feel like they should look... If Kid Goku performs that well and Tao just breaks not having a certain build on him, maybe they should look into Chi-Chi or some of their potential other characters. Because we don't know anything about Chi-Chi this season. No one has tested her. No one's used her. So she could be a sleeper agent, kind of like some of the other characters who were untested in new difficulties, but were found to be really consistent.
Maybe. I mean, they didn't do so hot this season, so there's a pretty good chance they're going to pick up a really good free agent, or at least a decent free agent next season. So I think it might be just another season of no Chi-Chi.
They might just pick up Vegito again. It worked out pretty well.
I don't think they're that low in the totem pole to end up getting Vegito again, but we'll see. Yeah, but let's talk about Androids. So Androids, they actually tagged up a Storm in round 2.
And they're clearly prepping for a night out with Cold.
Oh my god, if both Androids and Cold tag 5 times each, that match will last forever.
Hold on. Wasn't that their match before, as I recall? Their actual league match, there was a lot of tagging?
Did Androids tag a lot?
I can take a look.
I'm not sure, but I definitely know that round 2 they tagged a lot because Vegito was doing really well, but yeah, it just wasn't enough. Androids, of course, Cell is looking like Cell. There's nothing to say there. 16, he hits like a truck. He'll grab you. He'll hit you with that 3-piece chicken meal, and you're hurting. They got 17 working, and that's definitely scary because he was kind of a weaker link in the start of the season. It's definitely not the same Androids that Cold fought in week 4. That's the thing. They fought all the way back in week 4, so I'm not sure if, it's going to roll down the same way. I definitely say the weak link is Jiro. Jiro, sometimes he's hit and sometimes he's really missed. Especially that round 2, he was just getting clapped up. He was just standing there.
At least they're not being forced to use Android 20.
Android's only tagged once in the match against Cold. Cold tagged 4 times. Cooler tagging twice.
Mm-hmm. So
hopefully
that doesn't happen against them again.
I mean, they could try to beat the record for the longest bowl match, because I think the record for that is the Dragon Ball Warriors versus Ginyu, because of that stupid Kid Goku versus Kid Ginyu, because of his ult happening, and they just were tapping each other for the longest time.
You want an absolutely crazy stat that's going to absolutely surprise everyone in this call?
What?
What?
Guess who's first for tags in the league?
Who?
Medical.
Cold
Yeah.
by 6 tags with
Yeah.
30 tags throughout the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Every character on their team is tagged 4 times or more.
That's crazy. They are tag
Correct me.
happy team.
Okay. Tell me where Earth Defenders are in that.
That's not the time for that.
19.
Hmm?
You know what's
They're not-
funny? I think I know the team. Actually, no. I thought I knew the team with the least amount of tags. That's the Gohans with 8.
No, Androids are looking like a very good team. I'd say that they're up there as one of the teams that can take it all. I'd say they're probably like
Yep.
maybe like third or fourth.
Androids.
Yep.
I think that both the teams left and West Sky are very high contenders for making it to the bowl and winning it all.
Yep.
I know who I like more, but I'm very biased because there is a very particular person on that team that I am interested in seeing do well. But yeah,
So anything else about the Androids?
not that I can think of.
Other than they're gonna have to, if they want to really have a better team, they want to really pick up a better free agent that will replace Giroux. But with how good they did, that they're not going to be in the running for any particularly strong ones.
No, they're a 10 and 5.
I think Abdul needs a bit of a buff, not by much, but just Reese's game is just a little bit.
I miss Abdul. I remember how people were so surprised by him, and he was one of the characters. Like I'm saying, Gigi could be in the same spot. Like she can be really good right now, but no one's willing to give her a chance right now.
Okay, so we're good?
Yep.
All right, so moving on to East Kai. So we had Nimic versus Derp, where Derp won 2-1. So this is the only match that didn't just go straight 2-0. Derp, it's looking like a pretty good team. I thought that Derp was going to beat Nimic, but the next round, I'm not so sure. A very scary match. We definitely saw a couple of chinks in Derp's armor, especially that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I thought that he was working, but sometimes he really doesn't.
No, unfortunately.
There was a match where Kibito did really well, then did really crap. There was a match where Devilman did fine, and a match where he didn't do as hot. So they're seeing a little bit unstable as a team of 5. And that might end up biting them unless Majins are just straight up not great as a team of 5.
I mean,
I just don't see it, personally.
I mean, you can't underestimate the champ, and I'm not even saying that as a joke this time. It's like, he did crazy.
Oh, he was doing fantastic. He was doing crazy good. And that's exactly the build that he needs to do just so well. Just, you clash him, he'll beat you, he'll do his Mesmer punch, he'll interrupt you with the present bomb, like... When he gets rolling, he's a very scary character, and it definitely shows that his buffs and it makes him a very viable character.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying is like, he honestly might make it possible for them.
Possibly, I'm not gonna underestimate him. Just the scary thing about Derp is they're a very clash happy team. They got Devilman, they got
there's a new Rugrats.
They are. They pretty much are the Rugrats of the season. I think
they're also joint second for tags.
Yeah, so they are definitely a tag happy team, a very clash happy team, and they are looking fairly consistent. It's just that Vegeta could definitely be a little bit better. That might be their downfall. Is just how inconsistent that Vegeta is as a free agent. He's been like that all season now. So
but hopefully, Devilman keeps doing what he was doing in the second match. Even in a losing effort, he threw out 2 Devil Might beams, one of them actually hitting an evil character.
Yeah, and they get at least a little bit more use out of it against Majins.
Mm-hmm. Majins might be the best team to use it against, actually.
No, that's probably still us.
Can't wait for it to hit.
Then you
Rodney
also
and
have
barely do
Cold, actually.
Oh,
then you
yeah,
also have
probably
Cold.
Cold. Yeah, actually Cold, because everybody using down there is evil. So probably Cold.
Yeah.
But good luck, Derp. I'm wishing you luck.
You're the underdogs of the season, so everyone's rooting for you.
Yeah. I think if they beat Majins and ED don't make it out of their division, they could upset and make it to the playoffs. I would love it if they made it to the playoffs.
With the bowl, they're already in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The bowl.
Yeah, well, the bowl, yeah. But that way I can get revenge for last season and you knocking us out via Nuova. Revenge will be administered.
And we'll see this upcoming week if you can administer your revenge against Nuova.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and last but not least, in North Kai we had Rugrats versus Vals. Just Rugrats.
It's sad about Gotenks.
Yeah. You know, they played when they played the Gotenks card. This time it did not work out for them. Just
Rayleigh just had his number.
yeah, and Fasha the round 1 too.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, what is a Gotenk? So they lost. They traded in 2 characters for a character who couldn't even pull off that 80k, and that's really the risk. Super Boo wasn't as great as he's been the regular season, and you know, GT Goku was not great. It was all just in Val's favor. And Val's, they decided to kick off Videl and bring in Pan for the playoffs. A very risky move, but it hasn't been too terrible. Of course, Pan's
Did
not
she wear the
great.
blue shirt?
Yeah, she's been wearing the blue shirt.
I approve.
Yeah, she hasn't been too great, but she hasn't been too
Did
terrible.
she do 200k all 3 matches?
Yes, of course she did.
Good.
Yeah.
Blue shirt living up to blue shirt
Yeah,
standards.
of course she did, but no. She's
That's
not
a
too
minor
bad.
league reference for those who don't get
She's on Andy's favorite build of a defense build with no healing. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how much I love that.
She's been doing fairly
Loose
fine.
now.
So far she hasn't done worse than what Videl has done. But
Yeah.
I just don't see them. One of their major things, of course, is that they have no EL. And, you know, while Pan's not terrible, she's not great either. I just don't see them stacking up to just the sheer consistency of Earth Defenders, but we really will have to see. But I could definitely
The character,
see them being very
the
nice.
character that we're definitely keeping an eye on right now is actually not a Rayleigh, but Fasha and 18
Yeah,
because
Fasha
they
and
have been, they've been the characters that worry us, if
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
But luckily, we have a secret weapon in our midst.
Zangaya?
Fuck.
Please, Motor, do it. Do it, please. I
No
love
balls. You
Zangief.
You
Do it. Not even you don't have the balls. I just want to see Zangief.
Unfortunately, we mainly recruited her to be the cheerleader, and
I don't like that. I don't approve. You tested her so much and then did nothing with her.
Hey,
did we test her a lot?
you tested
Yes,
her a
you
lot.
did. You ran out so many Master Blast and so many exquisite skill tests on her.
I honestly don't remember if we did or not.
You did.
I ran all of your tests in the off-season, Motoric.
Are you sure it was us or someone else?
Who else would
Oh,
test
no,
Zangaya? Who else has
Wait.
Zangaya? But you.
Who else would test on freaking Mount Pauzu?
Exactly. It was
It was
definitely
on
you.
Mount Pauzu. when
Wait,
a
no,
lot of
it was on
Zangief
our last
versus-
stretch where we felt comfortable with all our characters that we decided to throw Zangaya tests just to look at her.
And you did. And she was looking fine, but she still didn't make it. But no.
Well, it's because at the time we have a policy with Earth Defenders. We have a policy. Get our main team working before we worry about anything else, especially free agents. And it's worked. Like we got TN at a good spot right now. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
At the end, you did. So, all right.
Unfortunately, that means the end of an era for TN and his tankiness.
So Val's, you did fine. I thought you were probably going to beat Rugrats, but I don't know. If you can beat ED, you can go places. So we'll see. Fasha 18 will lead the way.
Mhm.
All right, you guys got anything else to say about the Vals?
No.
Other than good luck on our match, if anything, I'm hoping for a really good show for both sides.
Okay. All right. So you ready to move on to predictions?
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to predictions. We're just going to go ahead and go Andy Motark, then me. So starting off, we have South Kai. So we have Blades versus Booze. Andy?
I think we're going to upset you. I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for the Blades. I think that we'll lose. I think we'll lose match 1.
Okay, so you think you're going to lose match 1 and then win 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Motark?
I'm sorry, but they have your kryptonite, man. They're made out of bubblegum. You can't cut bubblegum. Have you tried with scissors before?
Yeah.
You cut pieces of bubblegum and it just becomes 2 pieces of bubblegum. You can't destroy
No, it
atoms.
becomes
with the
sticky. But no, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if Blades have their number. If you guys have the Booze number, I'm honestly gonna say Booze.
I don't think the Boos have our number either.
Oh, do we not have your number? We called you on the cell
Did I
phone
not
this
say-
upcoming
did I
week.
not did I not say that we were going to lose match 1?
Okay. So, what do you predict the record for Booze?
2-1 victory in favor of Booze.
So you think they're going to lose at Hell? That'd be so poetic. He hates that stage so much.
I do. All right. I definitely think Boos are going to win.
Anymore.
I think Boos are going to win. I think Boos are the overall more consistent team. But I can see an upset, so I'll be nice. I'll say 2-1. I'll say 2-1.
Losing in Hell again.
We beat you on our divisional. Bad.
I mean, you don't have to go anywhere after you lose.
All right, so we are favoring Boos 2-1.
Hey, I'm cool with losing so long as Boos don't win the league.
Yeah, come on, man. We haven't won since season 2. We
Because then we
deserve
can
it.
start off season testing. No, you don't, because we have to beat you to that second league win.
No, man, it's been such a long time.
To be honest, if we beat you and then we lose to Cold, I'm down with that.
All right, so East Kai, we have Androids versus Cold. All right, what do you think, who's going to win?
West Kai, Androids versus Cold.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a very, very close match, but I feel like a team has an advantage here. A very strong advantage that is very unique to their team, and that is Mecha Frieza. So I'm going to go with Cold. It's
Okay.
not the tagging. They have Mecha Frieza. They're going to win. I'm just kidding. Their tag game is going to be a huge factor, and I think it's going to be the thing that allows them to keep up. And then that's why I'm going with a 2-1 win. It could easily be a 1-2 loss for Cold, but I think that while they are overall a weaker team, they have tags.
Okay.
They have tags for days. Tags for days.
Want to talk?
Honestly, I'm going to have to agree. The tag game is definitely going to be the strongest for Code. As proven throughout the season, their tag game has been instrumental in not only
They
keeping...
average 2 tags a match.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying, is like, it's their tags that have been keeping them alive that allows, their not only their teammates to heal, but their saviors to keep coming in. Oh. But, yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Code because... As much as I love the androids and how they're doing.
Well, to be fair, their characters that run Savior haven't been ulting too much, at least until the end of the season.
Not even then.
But the androids, as much as Cell is like the top-rated character, it's been proven multiple times. It doesn't matter their ranking; they can be shut down.
Yep. Janemba.
Exactly. Even a character like Janemba can take him down.
Well, no, Janemba was top of the league, and then he got destroyed.
No, he ended at 3rd in the end.
I still think that's impressive, considering how shite he was the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, he dropped down to 4th, but then Ultimate Gohan wouldn't be worse. But that's off topic. So you think Cold's
Anyway,
gonna win?
but Cold's gonna win. The tag game is gonna be instrumental.
By what? 2-0 or 2-1?
2-0.
2-0. Wow.
Ooh,
That's
dang.
spicy. All right.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to go with Androids. I don't think that Cold's gonna get as lucky this time. Androids have the Eternal Life, while Cold doesn't. And while Dro's not that great, he's at least better than Frieza is right now. So I'm gonna have to go with the Androids.
That's the thing. If they have an off match where they don't tag, it's one off match. There's 3 matches.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say that Androids are the more
why-
consistent team. So I'm gonna say that Androids are gonna win.
I think that in their first or second match, they're gonna have an off day. They're not gonna tag enough, or they're just gonna suck.
I'm gonna give him 2-1. I'm not gonna say Androids are gonna win 2-0, but I'm gonna give him 2-1.
Yeah.
All right, so we're favoring Cold.
I'm sorry, Mal. I know. I'm sorry, Mal.
I'd love the story of match 1, Cold lose because they don't tag. Match 2, they win because they do tag. And then match 3, they tag but still lose. Like Androids finally overcoming the tag advantage.
That'd be a redemption story.
It would be. It would be their 4th fight.
All right. Moving on to East Kai, we have Derp versus Majins. All right. Andy?
I think Derp are going to go down with the fight, but I think they're going to go down.
All right.
2-1 Majins.
2-1 Majins.
Yeah.
I think
I think that if ED don't make it out, Majins could just take the league, and I will be disappointed.
Okay. Motor?
I'm gonna have to give it to Derp, actually.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like this. Well, yeah, they do have the Devil Might Beam advantage.
They do not only have that, but I was paying attention to the last match. The 2 characters that they're known for, and honestly have been really performing, Devilman and Hercule. They have been really performing well. They've been doing what they were supposed to be doing. And I feel like
And
that
those
might
were
just...
their weak links, kind of.
Nah,
But-
Vegeta's always been their weak link.
Well, no, he
this
started turning on near the end of the season.
Yeah.
But you also have to remember that because of the buffs that Hercule got, his frame moves that just cutscenes that can't be interrupted or anything. Well, almost interrupted, I should say. Makes him that much of a
sure
threat.
A beam can interrupt Present Brahms animation.
Actually,
No.
funny enough, I think
Hercule
it was
went
actually
Hercule went through a beam.
yeah. I remember
No,
that too.
I was talking about Present Bomb.
No, like that was like
That
there was
was.
like a
So
beam that was...
you're saying he uses Present Bomb. I'm 5 feet away from him, and I hit him with a Kamehameha. He'll just take no damage.
I remember in one of the fights, he ran up on them, dodged the beam slightly, got licked by it, so it flinched him, but then he just did Planet Bomb and interrupted the rest of the beam hitting him.
That's
Yeah.
so bold.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Bad.
But since it was fixed, those moves become that much stronger. So that's what I'm saying. Hercule and Devilman are definitely going to be the linchpins in
But,
their
like,
victory.
Like, you have a character that wants to spam those two moves with how powerful they are. You have them with the damage and the spamming of those moves. You can move worlds.
And not only
You
that,
can do
he's actually
ridiculous things.
he's actually using Mr. Boo Arrives.
He's using his stand.
That's the only time he'll arrive.
He's gonna arrive
Just-
next season.
okay,
That's for damn
okay.
sure.
Give Fat Boo to Derp. I'm sure they'll love him.
No, he can't. I don't think he can. He's done more than nothing.
Mod and Skinny Boo, they're problem solved.
Yeah, you can. So, you think Derp's going to win by what? 2-0? 2-1?
2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
I'm going to have to give it to Majins.
If they did Mod and Skinny Boo, would he have sleep?
You're getting off topic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it to Majins. Majins are probably my number one pick for winning this season. They're super consistent. The weak link is Bobby, and even he's been doing really well. That Goku is super good as a free agent with that defense Eternal Life. Deborah is spammy. Majin Vegeta is spammy. Majin is one of the best mailers in the league. They are looking like a very scary, consistent team.
The difference between teams like Derp and who's a team with one really bad character, Muscle. The difference between teams like did I say Derp? I meant to say Majins. The difference between Majins and say Muscle is that while they have that bad character that can cost them matches, he has those days where he just does really well for some reason. Bobbity has those days where he spams Bobbity's ultimate power.
Yeah.
And misses.
Yeah, so there's times when Bobbity only does like 30k. There's times when Bobbity does like 70k, and that is just super good. So I'm gonna have to say Majins, and I'm gonna say 2-0.
Damn. All right.
All right, and last but not least, North Kyle, we have Vals versus Earth Defenders.
Do I stick with the superstition? Do I not? Do I not? Do I not? I do.
Just given
Vals
honest.
are gonna win 2-1.
Okay.
Huge upset. I think ED are going to destroy them round 1. They're going to regroup and hard counter the crap out of ED's week 2 and 3, match 2 and 3 lineup somehow.
Okay.
Because they're going to need to counter their lineup in the regroup if they help to beat ED.
Okay. All right.
I'll go last on this one.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to give it to Earth Defenders 2-0. They're just a more consistent team. They got that Eternal Life. I think they're ready. Now whether they make it past Majins, I don't know, but I definitely think that they're
Or Derp.
at least. Or Derp.
I think to win.
I think they're gonna get past Vals.
I think to win, Vals have to out-tactic you, and I'm not. I think they can do it, but I also think they can't. So that's why it's 2-1 and not 2-0.
Their weak link is Pan. Your weak link is Yamcha. I'd take Yamcha over Pan.
Yamcha. Yeah, Yamcha's
I
definitely
don't
our
know.
weak link in
Pan's
this.
got that blue shirt. It gives her special powers.
After that blue shirt,
I'm sorry to tell you this, but
I'd rip that blue shirt right off of her if I didn't go to jail. Hello.
You didn't want to go to jail. That's what you were about to say.
I'm
That's
sorry.
how you were
I'm
about
sorry, Andy. I'm sorry to tell you.
to- Motork, that's a red shirt painted blue, isn't it?
No,
What is it?
someone spilled red all over her shirt.
No.
And it wasn't
Alright,
a certain
what do you-
flying bald man that was flying over the team, the C-18.
Oh my god! All right, let's get your predictions, Motor. That was so
Okay.
long.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't go against my own team. We're
Yep.
confident. We've already broken 2 of the curses that have been plaguing us since I've joined that team. One, we do really well up into the finals, final weeks where we just start losing every match. We've broken that curse, and that we hold the bye week for a bit, and then lose at the last minute.
I'm never gonna get over the fact that the only team that beat you this season was Afterlife.
Yeah, and they're already out, so that means that means that there's no one else that can beat you. No.
So
Like I
you're gonna
said,
pick
you do
yourself
have some
to lose
potential
2-0,
teams,
right?
you know? Because, like I said, Majins were close to beating you. Androids, no, the Androids weren't close to beating you. Who was close to beating you? Majins were close to beating you, Blades were close to beating you, Boos were
No,
close
we
to beating
weren't.
you. You were pretty close. You were down
You
to
were
like the
down
last
to our
quarter.
last character.
Let's agree to disagree.
He just doesn't want to agree that Trunks did better than he wants to let on.
Trunks was terrible.
He wants an excuse. He wants an excuse to please Vegeta.
So, like I said, there is some potential for rounds past that, but yeah, I think you're gonna beat Val. So, what do you think
So
you're gonna beat? What's the record?
You're gonna pick yourself 2-0, right? Yeah, to lose 2-0, right?
Actually, I'm gonna say 2-1 because I feel like the Vals, like you said, will counterpick us a bit. Because I'll be honest, we are kind of consistent in our starters, and that's what matters.
That's the thing. I think even if they can out-tactic you, I think that there's a potential that just because of how powerful you are, that you could beat them anyways.
Probably.
Like freaking Hiffle out-tacticked us in rounds 2 and 3 because we forgot Ape Nappa existed, and we still beat them.
Did he even
Like
turn
the-
ape?
Huh?
Did he even
We
turn ape?
we forgot match 2 was going.
Oh,
And he died.
I
so
know he died.
he was gonna say that they forgot that Ape Nappa exists when they were on the moon map.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, but I'll give it to them. Vals have a good chance of anyone would to take us down. But at the end of the day, I want to see an awesome match.
All right. All right. You got anything else to say?
Other than we're happy that we broke some curses, we're hoping to break the last curse.
All right. So, I guess that's it.
And hashtag protect the defenders.
No, nerf defenders.
Protect the defenders.
So, with that, I guess we'll go ahead and end it. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this podcast. If we can gather enough people, we can go ahead and come back for talking about round 2, and how that went. We don't have much time left. We only got, 5 more weeks left of the league? Yeah, 5 more, so.
Because we still have the MVP tournament and the gauntlet to go through, which we'll see the return of the Super Saiyans in it.
Yeah. So, how did they do that? What the heck? Everybody just keeps falling out. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. It might be my internet, but I'm just going to go ahead and end it now. So, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.